Right, your turn, Andy, Beverly. Question, please.
Miss Scarlett, these home videos, did anybody else know about them apart from yourself and the unfortunate victim?
I don't think anyone else knew about them. Unless he told someone.
I don't think he gave any indication that he had actually done that already.
No, I was just ascertaining that if Miss Scarlett were to dispose of Jake, therefore she would save her good name by being able to dispose of the videos. Therefore, we think it was probably Miss Scarlett with the dagger in the billiard room.
I wouldn't kill my lover.
Well, to be absolutely precise, your ex-lover. We had billiard room, we had the dagger as the weapon, and Miss Scarlett stands accused. You're getting close. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Well done. Okay, let's move back. Let's see if Sian and Sir David can overtake you.
Yes, let's ask Mrs. Peacock, when you had Professor Plum on the billiard table, you ended up with the sword between you, and you said to him, there is a better way. He assumed that you meant a better way for him to kill himself, but did you mean perhaps a better way of solving the problem of his revelations?
Professor Plum is a very dear old friend of mine. I simply meant that there are better ways of ending it all than by ritual disemboweling with a sword. It's far too messy. Now, if you're implying that Professor Plum chose to interpret my remarks in another way, well, frankly, that's his own affair.
I think you're putting an innocent lady under enough pressure. Can we have a deduction, please?
Professor Plum with a dagger in the billiard room.
All right. Well, all 4 of you seem certain that the billiard room was the location for the murder. You're saying it was the dagger, and you're saying that Professor Plum was holding the weapon.
We've changed our minds.
Yes, you have. Why do you think Professor Plum now?
Desire to preserve that academic integrity.
He was willing to, he was threatening to commit suicide. He was so desperate about being exposed.
You think it had basically driven him rather demented?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both very much, because I can now reveal that the murder did take place in the billiard room. The dagger was the weapon, and the villain of the piece was Professor Plum.
It was a question of balance, you see. My reputation balanced against his life. And I found the scales to be tipped against him. My only weapon was the sword, but Mrs. Peacock had seen that in my possession, so I used the sword to force open the cabinet and remove the dagger. And when Jake, in his anger, came looking for the treasure, well, it was easy for me to plead ignorance. After all, Jake had no idea of the ruin he'd brought down on my head. I was the last person he would suspect. And so, the treasure which he unearthed was buried again. In his back. Had to be done. After all, I have a reputation to uphold.
And we, Professor Plum, have justice to uphold. Another case solved tonight. Apologies and thanks to those who came under suspicion this evening. You may all leave, with the exception, of course, of Professor Plum, whose laboratory days are over. Commiserations to Andy and to Beverly, but warm congratulations to Sian and Sir David. They plumped for Plum, and they won the game. Well done. All right, do join us again for more armchair detection. It's sheer murder on this show, and next week promises more of the same. For now, from all of us here, a very good night to you. Good night.